They've been called the greatest rock and roll band in the world, a title not just earned through record sales or sold-out arenas, but through 6 decades of defiance, rebellion, and timeless music. From smoky London clubs to the world's biggest stadiums, the Rolling Stones carved their name into history, one riff at a time. But behind the stage lights, beneath the swagger and spotlight, lies something far more complex, a volatile yet enduring brotherhood. A relationship forged not only by shared glory, but also by ego clashes, painful betrayals, and years of silence. Today, we step beyond the music to explore the heart of this iconic band. We're diving deep into Mick Jagger's raw reflections on his stormy, love-hate dynamic with Keith Richards, a partnership as explosive as it is legendary. And most of all, we ask the question echoing across generations of fans. After 60 years of rock and roll domination, is it finally time for the Rolling Stones to take their final bow? Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, the Glimmer Twins, have created some of the most iconic music in rock history. But behind the swagger, the riffs, and the fame lies a turbulent relationship fueled by ego, artistic vision, and decades of unresolved tension. From the earliest days of the Rolling Stones, their creative partnership was both a blessing and a battlefield. Mick, the sharp, business-savvy frontman, and Keith, the rebellious riff master, often clashed over everything from songwriting credits to tour decisions. Their mutual respect never fully shielded them from the friction that came with being two powerful forces under one spotlight. In the studio, sessions could turn into standoffs, sometimes resulting in genius, other times in grudges. The tension boiled over publicly in 2010 when Keith's brutally honest autobiography Life was released. In it, he called Mick unbearable, mocked his controlling tendencies, and even took a jab at his anatomy, a low blow that echoed around the world. Mick responded with rare vulnerability. I didn't read all of it. I mean, some of it was funny. Some of it was hurtful. But we said worse to each other in private. That sentence said it all. A mix of brotherhood and bitterness. Yet despite the memoir barbs, backstage fights, and long silences, the Stones kept rolling. They toured. They recorded. They endured. But beneath the guitars and glitter, the cracks in their brotherhood still glimmered. Unresolved, but never enough to break the band. As Mick approaches his 82nd birthday, the whispers grow louder. Will the Rolling Stones finally retire? I don't really think about retirement. The question is, can I still move the same way? Sing the same way? Connect. The death of longtime drummer Charlie Watts in 2021 hit hard. For Mick, it was more than the loss of a bandmate. It was a stark reminder that even legends aren't immortal. Mick and Keith aren't just bandmates, they're war buddies. And war changes people. It bonds them, but also leaves scars. And yet, the fire still burns. Stadiums still roar. Younger bands still envy their endurance. Fans wonder not just when it will end, but how. Will the final bow be planned? Or will it come suddenly, like a light switched off mid-song? Legacy isn't just about the past. It's about how you leave the stage. Mick knows this. We've lived 10 lifetimes in one. And somehow, the music still pulls us forward. Even as time catches up, the Rolling Stones keep outrunning it for now. In a recent sit-down with Rolling Stone magazine, Mick opened up like never before. Keith and I, we've had our ups and downs, but there's a weird magic when we play. Something bigger than either of us. Their fallouts might have been volcanic, but the music always pulled them back. Decades of riffs, risks, and reinvention have forged a bond too deep to break. Even now, with arthritis tightening Keith's fingers and time painting silver through their hair, they're still doing what they love. Not because they have to, but because they need to. Keith has said, if you take it too seriously, it stops being fun. And we were born to have fun. Their tours still sell out. The songs still electrify. And the question isn't, can the Stones still roll? It's who's going to stop them? Retirement? Mick shrugs. I'll stop when I stop feeling it. Right now, I still feel it. Mick and Keith may never fully reconcile. Or maybe they already have. In their own rock and roll way. A glare across the stage, a shared grin during a solo. That's their language. Not perfect, but perfectly them. Through the chaos, the comebacks, and the countless encores, they've defied time and each other to keep the flame alive. Not as idols trapped in nostalgia, but as living proof that raw passion ages better than fame ever could. One thing's for sure, when the Stones do stop, it'll be the end of an era. A silence felt across generations. But the echoes? They'll last forever, in vinyl grooves, in stadium lights, in the beat of every band that ever dared to believe rock could change the world. Because once the Stones rolled, the world was never the same.